right, so this is very similar to what Abby brought up a couple of days ago. We just happen to have friends going through kind of the same thing right here. But I have a friend that meets a dude at a bar, bartender actually, right? She's just sitting there waiting for her friend, meets a bartender. And they hit it off real well. They got some chemistry going on, so they exchange phone numbers and stuff. And he starts texting her. She starts texting him. Everything seems to be going for a couple of days there, right? And then she said about 5-6 days in, he starts sending her D pictures.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
So she's completely and totally turned off by it until she says, like, hey, let me see just a couple more of those, and then I'm never going to hit you back again. No, so she's totally turned off by it. And then she said she did something that she should have done in the beginning, which I think most women and most men do, is generally, I'm guessing, when you're dating, Abby, when you get somebody's name, you start researching them right off the bat, right?
Exactly. I do my FBI research. If you give me your first name and your profession, odds are I can find your parents' house by the end of the day.
When does that happen in the process? As soon as you guys start texting each other, or as soon as you match, or when?
For me, if I have genuine interest in you, like if I see you on Bumble or Hinge and I'm like, oh my gosh, we matched, and his name is Alex and he works in accounting, I'm immediately Googling Alex, accounting, Atlanta, and then probably your university. I'm going to hope that your LinkedIn pops up.
So before you even start spending any of your time, you're doing the research to see if there are any red flags, right?
You got to see if they have a weird Instagram.
All right, so for whatever reason, she didn't for the first 5 days, right? But after he sends the D picture, then she's like, what? I'm never going to see this guy again, but who is this creep, right? So she starts doing the same research that you're doing, same homework, and she finds out that this dude is engaged. And he's not even hiding it online, right?
Wow.
So because she's never going to speak to this guy again, and he has been sending her D pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a total incomplete pig, and he's engaged. So now she has the same question that you brought up the other day. Do I reach out to the fiancé as a woman to woman, and say, just want to let you know, this dude is doing this during your engagement. I'm pretty sure it's not going to stop once you get married.
I think you can never go wrong by putting yourself in the other person's shoes. So think you can't go wrong with acting on the instinct of, if somebody did this for me or to me, what would I want the other person to do? So if I'm in her shoes and I am getting all these like gross pictures from this man, and I find out that he's engaged, and it looks like the last photo wasn't like 6 months ago, and maybe theoretically they could have broken up. I feel very confident that these people are engaged. I personally would want somebody to tell me if my fiance was acting up in that way, because chances are there's some other kind of sign in this relationship on their side that something's a little off, he's a little shady, and you're probably just going to confirm suspicions that I already had and maybe didn't have the guts to act on. Or if he is really hiding this behavior really well, I want to know, like, if he's out in the wild being a fool, I would want somebody to tell me. So that's my thought process. But if you're in the boat of you wouldn't want someone to tell you, then it would probably not sit right with you to spill the beans.
I think honestly, I feel like I waffle, or I go back and forth depending on what my mood is that day. Some days I'm like, no, mind your business. And then other days I'm like, have her back, woman to woman. And in this instance, like, it's so jarring and it's so disgusting to send a D pic like that, just unsolicited, unless you've already established some kind of sexting going on between the two of you. And I really find that just like disgusting behavior. So my mood today, I would hit girl up and let her know, like, I just want you to know who you're engaged to so you can make an educated decision if this is something you want to go through.
Yeah, and just a side note for the guys listening, no woman has ever received that kind of photo and been like, yes, yeah.
Give me some more of that.
That's what I wanted to see. So if you ever receive an unsolicited blank pic, what I always do is I just find a random wiener on the internet and I send it back his way just to show him how it feels.
Okay. Now, Mo, all right. If a guy is doing this while he's engaged, I was almost thinking like he wants to get caught. Like he doesn't want to be engaged and he doesn't want to get married. If he's doing this randomly to somebody he just met like 5 days ago, he's got to somewhere believe that they're going to do the research here and they're going to reach out to his fiance.
You would think, because it's such an idiotic thing to do, but I really just think some men are that stupid and that selfish, man. I really do. I don't think they always want to get caught. I just think they creeps like that.
The Bert Show.